Romans 12 begins with a shift. After 11 chapters of doctrine, mercy, grace, justification, redemption, Paul says, therefore, because of everything God has done, because of mercy already given, because salvation is not earned, therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice. Not a moment, not a ritual, a lifestyle, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Worship is not confined to songs, it is surrender embodied. And then Paul says the line that defines the chapter: do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Conformity is passive. Transformation is intentional. The world has patterns, invisible molds, ways of thinking that feel normal because they are common. Renew your mind. Because if your thinking remains shaped by the world, your life will follow it. Renewal is not cosmetic, it is internal. It is not behavior modification first. It is thought realignment. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Discernment flows from renewal. You do not stumble into clarity, you cultivate it. Do not think of yourself more highly than you ought. Renewing the mind means correcting distorted self-perception. Neither arrogance nor insecurity, sober judgment. Each of us has a role in the body, different gifts, different functions, one body. Renewing your mind shifts you from comparison to contribution. It frees you from striving to be someone else and anchors you in faithfulness where you are. Then the chapter becomes intensely practical. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted. Honor others above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal. Be joyful in hope. Patient in affliction. Faithful in prayer. These are not emotional suggestions. They are disciplined choices. Renewing your mind changes how you respond under pressure. Bless those who persecute you. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony. Do not repay evil for evil. That line requires mental renewal because instinct says retaliate. Renewal says respond differently. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Peace is not passivity. It is restraint empowered by clarity. Do not take revenge, but leave room for God's wrath. Renewing your mind means releasing vengeance. It means trusting justice to God, not seizing it yourself. And then one of the most counterintuitive lines in scripture: do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. The world says match force with force, answer insult with insult, protect reputation at all costs. Renewal says something else: overcome with good. Romans 12 shows us that the mind determines the direction of the life. If you conform, you drift. If you renew, you transform. Renewing your mind is daily work. It is examining your assumptions, challenging your reactions, aligning your thoughts with truth. It is remembering mercy before offering your body. It is recalling grace before correcting others. It is recognizing that transformation begins inside. You cannot live sacrificially if you think selfishly. You cannot love sincerely if your mind remains conformed. You cannot overcome evil if you still think like it. Renew your mind. Not once, not occasionally, continually. Offer yourself, reject conformity, embrace transformation, and then watch how behavior shifts, how reactions soften, how pride humbles, how peace steadies. Romans 12 is not dramatic, it is decisive. It calls you to think differently so you can live differently. Because transformation does not start with action, it starts with thought.